Radha Madhava Kunya Vihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunya Vihari Gopidana Vallabha Girivara Hari Gopidana Vallabha Girivaradari Yasodanandana Rajajanadandana Yasodanandana Raja Janaranjana Yamuna Tiravana Chari Yamuna Tiravana Chari Madhava Dunya Vihari Jaya Radha Madhava Dunya Vihari Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Gauranitai, 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 Gauranitai. Jaya Jagannath, Jaya Jagannath, Baladeva Jaya Subhadra. Jaya Radha Gopinatha, Radha Gopinatha, Radha Gopinatha, Sri Radhe. Gopinatha, Sri Radhe, Sri Radha Gopinatha ki. Hare Krishna, Jai, Jai, Jai. You still can sing. Now, my dear devotees, we have a lot of space here for about, I would say, 1,500 people. So if you can all move a little so that space gets free. Yes, also there, so that those who come later can find space at the end. Anandini is here. Hare Krishna. Really, I'm not exaggerating, a little bit exaggerating, but please all just like no problem. Mataji's can sit there. No, but yes, please, very comfortable places with warm floor heating and everything. Good. So, have something special in mind. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. And one more time, all together, please. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. I'm wondering, maybe Ram Hari is an academic person. Can you please see if amongst these books we can find an 8th canto, 3rd chapter, text 17. Now parallel, can someone take their mobile telephones and see if 8:3:17 is there? My dear devotees, I welcome you for this Bhagavatam class. Yes. It seems you found it, isn't it? 8th canto, chapter 3, verse 17. A wonderful subject today. Really wonderful. I think you will appreciate very much. You can also give it to me. I'm living with these books. Oh my God. Wonderful subject. How do we do this? Madrik prapanna pashupasha vimokshanaya. Madrik prapanna pashupasha vimokshanaya. Muktaya bhuri karunaya namolayaya. Muktaya bhuri karunaya namolayaya. Svangshena sarvatanubrin manasi pratita. Svangshena sarvatanubrin manasi pratita. Pratyaktishe bhagavate brihate namaste. Pratyaktishe bhagavate brihate namaste. We will go immediately to the text. This is Gajendra after he has surrendered himself to Krishna, and he says something very, very, very deep. We should not think Gajendra has the the mind, or let us say the intelligence of an elephant as he speaks this. No, he is an awakened soul who remembers his past life even. And as an exalted king who had received a high level of Krishna consciousness, he is now praying before the Lord. It's very nice. He says, since he's now in the animal body, the elephant body. There was a terrible curse. He had not meant it, but the saint had come by his ashram, and he was in deep meditational trance and could not receive him. And don't mess around with the saint. The saint was hurt. He didn't get the, somehow, I think it was Krishna's arrangement. He did not realize that the king could not possibly see him because his eyes had turned inside. He had no outside perception. And the saint cursed him, become a dumb, thick-skinned elephant. So in a crisis situation, when this Indradumna, Maharaj Indradumna, that was his name, was attacked by a deadly crocodile who was going to take his life, he woke up with a jolt and remembered his past life and began to preach. There was one mad Tibetan master who would ask his disciples to sit in a round and meditate, and then he would come in between this meditating round and he would fire a gun. And sometimes by this shock, when you meditate and a gun explodes, some of them, that is the legend, received enlightenment. I don't think it's so easy, and nor will we. I have thought, as a frustrated lecture giver whose audience always forgets everything, maybe I should one day fire a gun, to wake you up. But I have not yet purchased one. I'm joking. I don't intend to do this also. Don't worry. So here is. Someone says my birthday is coming, so birthday children can do what they can eat more and do everything. I won't do this, don't worry. So here, the crisis in which we are, the shock which comes, is often something that wakes us from our coasting style of Krishna consciousness, that we just hang in somewhere. An example would be Parikshit Maharaj. I mean, he was not coasting, but when he was cursed, he really went to the Ganga to listen to the Bhagavatam. Maharaj Shitaraketu, when his son was killed, he received such a shock that he was able to now listen to the sadhus in a way he could not do before. Puranjana's story is there. The Bhagavatam is full with examples of shocking things that happen, and then someone wakes up. I hope it doesn't have to come for all of us, because it can be very unpleasant. So here is his prayer. He is now in full consciousness. He remembers his past life, and he says to the Lord, since an animal such as I has surrendered unto you, who are supremely liberated, certainly you will release me from this dangerous position. He's in an animal body, Forgetfulness can come easy in that body. Indeed, because you are extremely merciful, my Lord, you incessantly or constantly try to deliver me. Yes, you have come into my heart as your partial feature as Paramatma, and you are situated in the hearts of all and every embodied being. You are celebrated as direct transcendental knowledge. It's coming from you, the transcendental knowledge. And you are unlimited. I offer my respectful obeisances unto you, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Let's say this in Sanskrit, this about the obeisances. It's a simple one. Namaste. Namaste. Think of the Lord and say, Namaste. Namaste. Yes. So it's a lengthy purport, and because you have not rested enough, you will not be able to grasp so much of the purport. So therefore, I will just go to the last section of the purport. Prabhupada says, he translates, a human being who identifies the body made of 3 elements as the self, who considers the byproducts of the body to be his kinsmen, who considers the land of his birth, like Persia, to be worshipable. Why do you laugh at the wrong places? This is now serious, and you might have to switch your mind a little bit to go into a serious listening mode. So I have to start again. No laughter. This is serious subject. Oh, a human being. He speaks about all of us here, who identifies the body made of 3 elements as the self. Yes, we know theoretically we are the eternal soul, but wait until the don't laugh, until the toothache comes. You will be overwhelmed by the identification of the body. One who considers the byproducts of the body to be his kinsmen, who considers the land of his birth to be worshipable, and who goes he may go to pilgrimage, but see what he does, who goes to a place of pilgrimage simply to bath thereat, rather than to meet a man of transcendental knowledge there, is to be considered like a cow or an ass. No, Prabhupada, it's a serious subject. Practically everyone, therefore, is a pashu, an animal. And everyone is attacked by the crocodile of material existence. We are all suffering from material existence. Not only the king of the elephants, but every one of us is being attacked by the crocodile and is suffering the consequences. Only Krishna can deliver us from this material existence. Indeed, he is always trying to deliver us. Ishvara Sarvabhutanam Hridaya Shajuna Tishtati. He's always trying. He's within our hearts. It is not at all inattentive. He got you. He is attentive to you, each single one. His only aim is to deliver us from material life. It is not that he becomes attentive to us only when we offer prayers to him. No, no. Even before we offer our prayers, he incessantly or constantly tries to deliver us. He's never, ever lazy in regard to our deliverance. Therefore, this verse says, Buri Karunaya Namolayaya. It is the causeless mercy of the Supreme Lord that he always tries to bring us back home, back to Godhead. Isn't that interesting? You know, we may not be aware of what he is doing, but the fact that we have been placed in the human form of life, the fact that we had some inclination about spiritual life and took up the path in of Krishna consciousness, either seriously or a little. That fact means Krishna has made it possible. God is liberated, and he tries to make us liberated also. But although he is constantly trying, we refuse to accept his instructions. Sarvadaman parityaja mamekam sharanam vraja. We refuse. No, not now, my Lord. Nonetheless, he has not become angry. Therefore, he is described here as Buri Karunaya, unlimitedly merciful in delivering us from this miserable material condition of life and taking us back home, back to Godhead. How do you like this purport? It's if you really like it, please take a note in your mobile telephone. It's 8.3.17. There are a few surprises in this purport which I have not told. I can guarantee you, when you read them, you will immediately text them to your friends. You know, it's so surprising what Prabhupada says in this. It's an outstanding purport, an outstanding piece of literature. He's incessantly trying to deliver us, but we refuse to accept. There's a story in this connection. This just comes to mind. There's a meeting between Krishna and Narada Muni in the spiritual world. And Krishna says, I really don't know what to do with these conditioned souls. They just don't pay attention to me. Well, Narada Muni says, you make things so hard, my Lord. You say, one has to do sadhana, in our movement it's 16 rounds and for rules and regulations and no wasting of time and so on. That's why they don't turn to you. It's so hard. Said Krishna. Today I make no condition. Anyone can come, even though they come from a fallen situation. Oh, said Narada Muni, can I say this to the people? I can just go to planet Earth and knock at a person's door and say, hey, Krishna said, you can come now. Yes, Krishna said, emphatically, please do so, but don't be frustrated when they don't agree, but refuse. No, said Narada Muni, not possible. But he goes to Gopal Patel in Gujarat. Very pious country. He knocks at the door and says, Gopal. Yes, now Narada Muni. Yeah, you can go now back to Godhead. Krishna makes an exception. Yeah, but I don't chant rounds. I'm not a very disciplined person. No problem today. You just say yes, and I take you. Gopal thinks, and he said, Gop, Narada Muni, there's one little problem. I have to just finish my education. After that, when should I return? Asked Narada Muni. 1.5 years. Narada Muni returns and says, Gopal, the good news. I'm married in between, and it's my duty to give my wife a child. Vedic Dharma. How long does that take, says Narada Muni. Well, you don't know. No, nowadays it's not so secure that it doesn't always work the first time. So 1 extra year should be fine. Narada Muni returns. Gopal, my child is so young. He's so innocent, so foolish. He has to go to school first, and then he needs his father until then. How long? I mean, if we want a good education, 20 years. Narada Muni remembers how Krishna said, they refuse the condition. So they said, yes, they are pious, yes, they may be Hare Krishnas, yeah, but they have material plans, very strong, deep-rooted. So the story is long, I will make it short. So after 60 years, Narada Muni returns to the home of Gopal Patel. By now, there are a few children, there is a household, and so on. He knocks at the door. Gopal had seen him coming. The wife opened and says, I can't understand you so-called sadhus. You always upset my husband totally. At this moment, they hear a knock on the floor. Someone just fell from a high altitude, and they run inside. And there's Gopal. He had hidden under the roof, and he was so shocked he fell down and broke his neck and died. But Narada Muni doesn't give up so easily. After another 10 years, he returns to the house of the Patels. There's a big dog lying before the house. Narada Muni has a tear of compassion in his eyes. He lifts the ear of the dog. He says, Gopal, Gopal. He looks into the eyes of Narada Muni and he remembers Narada Muni. From deep inside, he says, I have now so many new responsibilities. I need to guard this house. It's not so, sadhus make everything look so. Okay, says Narada Muni. Okay, the Lord was right. And then I'm thinking about this. Although he's constantly trying to deliver us, we refuse to accept his instructions. Yes. Nonetheless, he has not become angry. And in his mercy, my dear devotees, he has come to us in a form that is easy to accept. It is the chanting, it is the holy name, which we can easily take up, and we can sing it in the association of devotees. We can take the holy name with us into our lives. We don't need to give up our life. Jnane prayasam udapasya namanta eva. Stay where you are. chant there, and it can be effective. However, my dear devotees, you need, in order to make an experience with the holy name, you need to know two things. Krishna is not always there in the holy name. There are ways to chant where Krishna is there, and there are ways to chant where Krishna remains absent. In other words, there is something like chanting and not chanting at all. Yesterday, in his wonderful lecture, our Eka Chakra Grand Prabhu gave a very nice verse. Is Eka Chakra with us at the moment? Not just now, but he said, he quoted a verse that chanting the external syllables of the holy name, it may not be the holy name. I want to show you something. You will have to be very attentive now. It is an intelligence test. Let's see if I have it. Some magic will go on in a moment. I'm not yet ready. Maybe an elephant will come. What is this? I brought it with us. I didn't produce it by magic. It's a pill. What is this? You know this from before. Yes, these two look identical. And one said it's a pill. I was not wrong. It's a capsula. Only this one has the active ingredient in it. It's good for the darm flow, what is the intestinal culture in the intestines. This is ineffective. It is empty. Although this capsule looks like an active medicinal pill, but because there is nothing inside, it will not work. So there is something like chanting the holy name without the active ingredient, which are empty shells of the name. Bhaktivinoda Thakur uses the appellation, the words Nam Akshara. They are only the letters of the name, but Krishna is not there. And I really think, my dear devotees, it is because of this that we have, because of chanting empty names, that devotees feel not so encouraged to continue with their intention to chant so many rounds each day. They don't experience anything. The poet Rumi tells a story of a man who was chanting all night the names of the Lord. Illallah, 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 illallah. And his lips grew sweet from the chanting. In the morning, he was still going. And his neighbor, who was an atheist, came and said, "You are chanting. Has he come yet? Have you seen the one you call?" I want to ask you also this question. You are chanting, you hear in many lectures, read in many verses. Some are ancient texts brought to you by Srila Prabhupada from the rich tradition. You hear Krishna is identical with the holy name. Well, you have chanted. Have you seen him? It's a good question, no? You're not shouting, Haribol, Haribol. Normally you do. You begin to think about this question, and it's a question. I mean, we hear one thing and our experience is entirely different. This is the man who had been chanting the whole night and who was challenged by his atheistic neighbor, got doubts, and he fell into a confused sleep. In other words, he stopped chanting and he lay down to sleep. You know? Confused sleep. And in that sleep, the Lord in the heart, is known as the Kidra, that's the name in that tradition, appeared to him and asked, "Why did you stop chanting?" "You were not there, my Lord. That's why I stopped chanting. I had heard you would come, but you have not come." Oh, the Lord answered, "I am always there, but you cannot yet see because your eyes are blinded to my beauty. I'm always there. I'm never not there." And then he gave an analogy. In the night, you hear the dogs in the street wailing for their master. Like, the dogs. Yeah. They know their masters in their hearts. Become one of them. Become a love dog. Hare Krishna. It's poesy, it's so yeah, you cannot capture Krishna simply by sitting and vibrating the syllables on your tongue. Krishna will come down or will come and manifest himself only when he is attracted by your service attitude. It's a verse. Those who like our philosophy, they know it. Atasi Krishna namadi na bhavet krayam indriya sevan mukhe jivado svayam eva spuratyada. Would you like all of it? It's nice to chant some verses. Please repeat after me. I will take it bit by bit. Atasi Krishna namadi Atasi Krishna namadi Na bhavet krayam indriya Sevan mukhe jivado Svayam eva spuratyada. This verse says, our present material senses cannot capture the Lord. I can't even see you. I'm serious. I can't see you. No. But I can't see you even now because you are an eternal soul, not the body. I see only the body. That's a problem. I can't see myself. Then what am I brushing my teeth for? This body is my instrument to perform spiritual life. I can't see the air. I can't see Kishori's thoughts about me. Only by her expression I can try to find out. Kishori is there in the other room. I can't see things like love. How can I see God then? It's not so easy. Yes, out of his kindness, he is agreeing to come in the deity form, which we can see with these eyes. But even then, the real darshan of Radha Gopinath or any other deity will be when we look through a different set of eyes, the eyes of love. Then we will actually see their splendor. So in chanting, my dear devotees, this verse says, the Atta, see Krishna, Namadi, Nama and Adi. The name and Adi means plus, his form, his qualities, his leelas. I can't see that with my gross senses. However, there's a chance. If I turn, or if anyone turns their attention to the Lord through seva, then only the Lord becomes spuratya. Spuratya means he becomes manifested. It's a little bit like the fire is in a match. Do we still use matches? Sometimes. Grandmothers in India use. So, yes, the match. There's a fire inside. You can't see it, but if you strike it in the right way, wow, then the fire burns, comes out, it becomes manifest. In the same way, if you chant the holy name in the right way, my dear devotees, Krishna becomes manifest on your tongue. And you will know the difference immediately. You will think, oh my God, what have I done before? Before, it seemed I had always had empty names, empty capsule. Now it's different. Full. So what? Now, very specific. Enough theory. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we get very practical. And in 1 year, I will ask you if you did it. Most probably you forget it when you leave the room, but some of you sometimes come and say, this one holy name immersion changed my entire life. I meet many people who do, but majority, many people means after giving, after many have passed through these trainings, My dear devotees, listen now very carefully. There is something called Nam Seva. It is, you chant the holy name as a service. Nam Seva. Please say the word. Nam Seva. Yes, you are actually sitting down. You in your japa, for instance, or your kirtan, and I must admit to you, I have a very, very, and the older I become, my mind is very fast going to many things. It's not a very yogic mind, unfortunately. It is a very creative, very imaginative mind. And the first round is always very difficult for me, or the beginning of a kirtan. Maybe sometimes you see me, I look at the wristwatch, how much longer? My slot is 1 hour. But why is the time not moving? I've looked already half an hour ago and it's still, it has not moved even one digital, Yes, I'm not a good chanter. But I know one thing, if I just keep on rowing my boat through the wavy zone, work and toil, and so, not toil, but it's a little work, then soon I will be in the open sea. Usually on a very distracted day, it takes me 4 rounds to come where the sailing is smooth. But not all days are very distracted, and some are super, super distracted, then it takes longer. So, but by doing this as a service, and a servant thinks, I just give my best now, whatever it is. It may be, there may be so many thoughts. Oh, what will happen? Oh, the Americans want to invade Tehran. What will happen with my friends, or the disciples, or this or that? Oh, no. And I'm thinking also, now I think, in this one life, I still want to go to one place. Then I'm done with the world. I want to go to China. I want to hear how they chant Hare Lama. They don't have an R. I want to hear it with these ears. Hare Lama, Hare Lama. Lord will understand whom you mean. So yes, the mind is full of these things, full of these things. But I will try my best. This is the first thing. I must chant and give my best. The second thing I do is I connect with that sincere part in me, which is not a Maya Das, which is a Krishna Das. There is somewhere a servant of Krishna. And yes, and then I go from there to other things. I try to keep the sound vibration of the Lord in my heart, vibrating there. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. Like this, as if the heart has a mouth and the heart has ears. Try. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. That was good to make yourself familiar with what we are doing, but I can hear from the sound you're not chanting yet from the heart. I know it doesn't happen like chant from your heart and then click, we are there. Let's try again. Step before the Lord in your mind's eye and chant to Krishna as if he hears you. He does hear you, in fact, and chant like this. Let us chant slowly and Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Safe travels. So this is something you might like to do. I call it the Isha formula. I for intention, I will give my best. S for sincerity, and A for attention. No? Isha. Do you know a book which has this name? Isha Upanishad. Oh. Yeah, Isha is the name of Krishna. It's the easy formula made from it's not my invention. It's really taking many verses together and putting it in modern tone or modern language. How was the formula called? Isha. I for S for A for Yes, thank you. You listened very, very well. Yeah. Hare Krishna. Safe travels. I can see you are catching your trains or cars or so on. Yes, I will stop also here. It was a great honor to be with all of you. Great honor. And if you want to take a note from this lecture, you might type on your mobile telephone the verse 8:3:17. Wasn't that a lovely verse? Yes. I read it many times. And just remember, there's full names where Krishna is present, but there are empty names also. And the names become full if you do them in a service. And I suggest the Isha formula, you sit down with the intention, you connect with the sincerity inside your heart, and you again and again bring your mind back to the attention. So safe travels, everyone. You are moving on, yes. Have you ever seen such a leaf in your life? Yes. Yes, it is the leaf of a peepal tree. Can you see the shape from the distance? It has a shape of what? A heart. And in Vrindavan there are these trees, and it is said wherever there is a tree like this, Radha and Krishna come. That's why they have a heart shape, because they love each other so much. Beautiful, no? Peepal tree. Yes, this is what Bhakti is about. Love and devotion. Wish you all the best. I will feel pangs of separations when you are no longer there, but have safe travels and take good things home. And perhaps before you leave, pray to the deities if you have still time. Thank you very much, and Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.